The Oscars 2020 ceremony is just around the corner, and it is that time of the year when almost everyone's discussing cinema and who they think will win the big prize. And of course, there are a few of us who are absolutely clueless about this whole frenzy. So we bring you a roundup of the most nominated films this year and why they are there. I'm Ancy K. If you're still figuring out what movies to catch up on before the big awards night, this is your answer. Most of these films haven't got an India release yet, so be careful about that. 2 of these are streaming on Netflix right now. At the topmost position, we have Joker with 11 nominations. The psychological thriller is based on the origin of Batman's most famous adversary and is set amidst the madness that is slowly engulfing Gotham City. Joaquin Phoenix, who also bagged the Golden Globe Awards for Best Actor, is in the race for Best Actor at the Oscars. And Todd Phillips is nominated for Best Director. And of course, it's also in the race for Best Film. Joker is also up for Best Cinematography, Best Makeup and Hairstyling, Best Costume Design, Best Film Editing, Best Original Score, Best Sound Editing, Best Sound Mixing and Best Adapted Screenplay. Close on the heels of Joker, we have Quentin Tarantino's Once Upon a Time in Hollywood with 10 nominations. Touted as Tarantino's ode to the golden age of Hollywood, it follows the story of a once popular actor and a stuntman and the struggle to stay relevant in the changing landscape of entertainment. While Tarantino competes in the Best Director category, the film got Leonardo DiCaprio the Best Actor nomination and Brad Pitt is up for Best Supporting Actor. It's also up for Best Picture. Best Sound Editing, Best Sound Mixing, Best Production Design, Best Costume Design, Best Cinematography and Best Original Screenplay are the other nominations. With 10 nominations again, we have War Drama 1917. The film walked away with the award for Best Motion Picture Drama at the Golden Globes recently, and there's a huge chance it might just walk away with the Oscar too. Directed by Sam Mendes, who's up for Best Director, 1917 vividly recreates the trench warfare of World War I. The movie has already got a lot of attention for appearing to be shot in a single take. The film will also compete for Best Original Screenplay, Best Original Score, Best Cinematography, Best Makeup and Hairstyling, Best Production Design, Best Sound Editing, Best Sound Mixing and Best Visual Effects. The Irishman, again with 10 nominations from master filmmaker Martin Scorsese, is a Netflix epic that is in the run-up for Best Film. Scorsese brings together titans Robert De Niro, Joe Pesci and Al Pacino in a movie that tracks the life and times of a trucker turned hitman. While Scorsese is in the race for Best Director, Robert De Niro and Joe Pesci will battle it out for the Best Supporting Actor honors. If the acting powerhouses in this film enthrall you, there is something else that's brought this film massive attention, and that is the extensive and impressive de-aging technology used on these veteran actors in a film that spans a few decades. And no doubt, the film is in the race for Best Visual Effects. Other nominations include Best Film Editing, Best Costume Design, Best Cinematography, Best Production Design and Best Adapted Screenplay. We have 4 films with 6 nominations each now. Marriage Story, Jojo Rabbit, Little Women and Parasite. Another Netflix drama, Marriage Story, is in fact the story of a divorce. It tells the story of a theatre director and an actress who are up for a divorce. For their masterful performances as the husband and wife, Adam Driver is up for Best Actor and Scarlett Johansson for Best Actress. Marriage Story is not the only film where Scarlett Johansson's got a nomination. She competes in the Best Supporting Actress category in Jojo Rabbit, a comedy drama that follows a mother and son in Nazi Germany. Jojo Rabbit is also up for Best Film. Looking at Parasite, this South Korean dark comedy thriller about deception and class struggles was probably the most talked about foreign language film last year. And it came as no surprise that it is in the race for Best Picture, creating Academy Award history for being the first South Korean-made film to do so. It was also a hit at the Cannes. The film is also up for Best International Feature Film, Best Production Design, Best Film Editing and Best Original Screenplay with Bong Joon-ho competing in the Best Director category also. Looking at Little Women, as we all know, is based on the iconic 1868 novel of the same name that tells the story of the Marx sisters. Though director Greta Gerwig was snubbed in the Best Director category, she is in the race for Best Adapted Screenplay. The film is also up for Best Original Score, Best Costume Design and Best Picture. Saoirse Ronan and Florence Pugh are up for Best Actress and Best Supporting Actress. Though not on our list just because of the numbers, we really can't end this cheat sheet without a shout out to Netflix drama Two Pops, Bombshell and Ford vs Ferrari. Thank you all. Happy Oscar watching.